In our manifesto, we promised a lot of goodies. Barisan Nasional say if all these goodies come to realize, Malaysia will become bankrupt. But if we look back at how the states have performed since 308, we're talking about 308 tonight, since 308 in Selangor, we have given out so much cash to the people. Free water. Old folks, we give 100 ringgit shopping voucher. When you are born, we give 100 ringgit, put it into an insurance scheme, give you 1,800 ringgit when you are 18 years old. We give 1,000 ringgit when you get into a local university. We give 2,500 ringgit if there's bereavement in the family. A lot of other programs. Billions have been spent. Water alone, we spent 650 million ringgit. Barisan Nasional, when we first announced the free water policy, 20 cubic meter for every family, they said Selangor will be bankrupt if we give free water. We have given more than 650 million to date. Selangor got bankrupt or not? No bankruptcy. And yet, despite giving so much to the people, what our Selangor state financial reserves have increased from 400 million in 2008 to 2.5 billion today. That is a testament of good administration, good and honest administration of the Pakatan Rakyat government. It's like magic. The more you spend, the more we save. Last time Barisan Nasional said no money for everything. No subsidies, no welfare payment, no nothing. Yet we give everything, our expenditure went up, our savings went up even more. That only proves that there is a lot of money in the system, and if you utilize them, it all gets returned to the people. That also showed that if in the past, had there been no corruption, Malaysia would be so much better off than we are today. All this money that we created are not magic money. They are money that is already there that you didn't know about. Because Barisan Nasional government did not want to let you know, because all those money are taken by them to give to their cronies respectively. That's why last time always not enough money, because all this money are given to their cronies. In Penang it was the same thing. Our budget for 2008 was only 400 million. And it was deficit, not enough money, got to borrow from federal government. Today our budget is 1.1 billion ringgit, more than double in 5 years. And yet every year we achieve surplus budget. Why? Open tenders, no corruption, no wasteful projects. And because of that, our reserves all went up, our expenditure went up, at the same time the returns given back to the people also went up. So we believe that if we take over the federal government, we can do so much better than Barisan Nasional. Very simple. If Selangor budget is only 1.6 billion, 1.6, Penang budget is only 1.1 billion. The federal government budget is 250 billion ringgit compared to Selangor and Penang. We can save 10%. In Penang, we double our budget. In Selangor, we 5 times our reserves. In federal government, don't talk so much. We just say we save 10%. That is already 25 billion ringgit a year that we can use for the people. Barisan Nasional said that many of our policies will cause our country to go bankrupt. I've stated just now in Chinese that we won't go bankrupt because we have studied in detail how money can be saved and how money can be spent in order to create more value for our budget. Now, when we take over a highway, we don't pay them future profits. In the contract, we do not have to pay them future profits. But that is how Barisan Nasional will do it. They will do it that way because it allows their cronies to earn all their profits in advance. Let me give you an example. You know Max Highway? The Max Highway from Sri Petaling to Putrajaya. Maju Expressway. Maju Expressway was built for 1.3 billion ringgit. Cost 1.3 billion ringgit. But out of the 1.3 billion ringgit built by Maju Holdings, the government paid 960 million ringgit grants. That means I privatize to you, but I give you at the same time 960 million ringgit. My question to the government is, if you can pay 960 million ringgit, why can't you just build the highway for free? Why must you still privatize the highway to Tan Sri Abu Said? Abu Said got the concession. They got 960 million ringgit from the government. He took 300 million loan from the bank. He came out with 60 million ringgit of his own money. 60 million ringgit. Last year, he announced the sale of Max. He sold the highway. He sold the highway for 1.7 billion ringgit. After taking away the loan, after taking away the cost, he made profit of 1 billion ringgit from 60 million ringgit investment. And that 1 billion ringgit is actually whose money? It's our money. The government paid Max 960 million ringgit. Why is this money going into Tan Sri Abu Said's pockets? So in the concession agreement, very clearly stated, Malaysia, the government can take over Max, okay, by paying the cost of construction less any amount of money that the government have paid to Max, which means that we can buy back Max for only 300 million ringgit. Should we buy or should we not buy? We can buy for 300 million ringgit, and then we don't have to collect toll for the next 27 years. Makes sense. Even if we collect toll, at least the money goes to the government and not to cronies like Tan Sri Abu Said. So we can do it. But some national leaders tell us we will cost tens of billions to buy. That is because they want to pay off all these cronies all the future profits. Same thing for cars. We said we can reduce the excise duties of cars. No, the government said cannot. Why cannot? Because then Proton will die. Because then Proton will die. Proton has been sustained by the people paying higher prices for the past 30 years. And yet, as I mentioned just now, when you compare with South Korea, we have not gotten very far. Maybe if we really let them compete, let them die for once, they can actually wake up and be a real global competitor in the global car market. Right or not? No competition, they will not wake up. If Malaysians continue to protect them, they will not wake up. We must have competition to make sure that Proton can revive itself and finally be competitive globally. And we can reduce the car taxes, reduce the people's burden, and at the same time, we will auction the tenders, auction the approved permits for all these cronies to import cars. Okay, instead of charging them only 10,000 ringgit, by auction we will get 50,000 ringgit for every AP, 30,000 APs, we will collect 1.5 billion ringgit every year. And that is more than enough to offset some, if not all, of the reduction in excise duties we are proposing to implement. One last example. Time is about up. Now you know there's 4G. The real 4G, you see the Maxis 4G advertisement, green one, big one. All these 4G, 3G, 2G, all need licenses. Overseas, everywhere, when they want to give these licenses, they do auction. Who pay the highest, get the license. United Kingdom, they just auctioned the 4G licenses to 5 players, 5 mobile companies. They collected £3 billion. £3 billion from the licenses. That is about 12 billion ringgit. 12 billion ringgit from 4G license. Malaysia, did we auction? No auction. Small administrative fee, you get. Why didn't we do the auction so that we can raise the money for the government? Never mind, let the telcos make the money. Let the telcos make the money, never mind. Give to DG, never mind. Give to Maxis, never mind. Give to Celcom, never mind. Give to Yes, never mind. Give to U-Mobile, never mind. Because all these are existing telco players. They give the biggest chunk. To who? They give the biggest chunk to Puncak Semangat. Who's Puncak Semangat? Biggest chunk. Check. Oh, Puncak Semangat belongs to Tan Sri Sat Mokhtar Al-Bukhari. No wonder, no auction. Giving out free licenses when we could have collected more money from these licenses to finance affordable housing, to give subsidies for the poor, to raise money to pay for the children's education, to give more scholarships to our children to pursue quality universities overseas. There's so much you can do with 15 billion ringgit. They gave it all to the telco companies. So we believe that if Pakatan becomes the government, we will be a much better government than Barisan Nasional, as proven when we ruled in Penang, in Selangor, and for a while in Pahang. Even in Kedah and Kelantan, we are doing so much better financially.